Good morning, dear children. I think all of you are fine. Okay, well. Okay. The last class we have finished the lesson force and laws of motion. In the chapter, some problems are remaining. Today's class we can do that problems. Okay. I think all of you having the questions that I have given. Okay. Take the questions. Okay, the first question is a body of mass 40 kg is moving with the momentum of 80 kilogram meter per second. Then what is the velocity of the body? Here a body of mass 40 kg. So mass is given. M is equal to 40 kg. Okay, mass is given as 40 kg which is moving with the momentum of. So momentum. Okay, P is given as 80 kilogram meter per second. Then we have to find the velocity. We have to find the velocity. Okay, all of you know the equation for momentum. What is the equation for momentum? Momentum P is equal to m into v, mass into velocity. So we can write the velocity v as p divided by m, p by m. Okay, then we can substitute p as 80, then mass m as 40. So we got 2 meter per second. That is the velocity. Velocity v is equal to 2 meter per second. Okay, here a body of mass 40 kg is moving with a momentum of 80 kilogram meter per second. So the mass is given as m is equal to 40 kg and the momentum p is given as 80 kilogram meter per second. Then we have to find the velocity v. All of you know the equation for momentum. P is equal to m into v. From this we can write the velocity v as p divided by m. Then substitute for p and m. That is 80 divided by 40. That is equal to 2 meter per second. Next, the second question is a force of 100 Newton acting on a certain mass for 4 seconds gives it a velocity of 20 meter per second. Find the mass of the body if the body was initially at a rest. Okay, here a force of 100 Newton. So F is given as 100 Newton. Okay, acting on a certain mass for 4 seconds. Here the force acts for a time t is equal to 4 seconds. And due to this force, the velocity of the object is, that is v is equal to 20 meter per second. The velocity is given as v is equal to 20 meter per second. We have to find the mass m. Okay, we have to find the mass m, and also in the question it is given that the body was initially at rest. So the initial velocity u equal to 0. Okay, the initial velocity u equal to 0. We have to find the mass of the body. We have to find the mass of the body. Okay, then how we can find the mass? You know the equation F is equal to m into a. Okay, from this we can calculate m as F by a. But the acceleration a is not given. Okay, so first we have to find the acceleration a. So you know the equation for acceleration. Acceleration is the change in velocity by time. Acceleration is change in velocity by time. So a can be written as v minus u by t. A is equal to v minus u by t. Then v is actually 20 minus 0 divided by 4. Okay, actually it will give 5 meter per second square. This is the acceleration. Okay, then using the relation F equal to ma, then from this m equal to F divided by a. Then what is F here? 100. Then acceleration is 5. So we got, so we'll get 20 kg. That is the mass of the body. Okay, and here a force of 100 Newton acting on a certain mass for 4 seconds. So force is 100 Newton and this force acts for a time 4 seconds. So the time t can be written as 4 seconds. And it gives, this force gives the body a velocity of 20 meter per second. So the velocity v equal to 20 meter per second. And also we have to find the mass. And also the body was initially at rest. So u equal to 0. Okay, to find the mass we consider the relation F equal to ma. From that we can write m equal to F by a. Okay, but acceleration is not given in your question. But we can find the acceleration using this relation a equal to v minus u by t. Acceleration is change in velocity by time. So instead of v, we can write 20. So 20 minus 0 by 4. That will give 5 meter per second square. That is the acceleration. Then we can find the mass using the relation F equal to ma. Okay, from this m equal to F by a. That F is actually 100 Newton, 100 by acceleration is 5. So we got 20 kg. That is the mass of the body. All of you got it? Next, the third question is, a car of mass 200 kg moving at 36 km per hour is brought to rest after it covered at a distance of 10 meter. Find the retarding force acting on the car. Okay, here a car of mass 200 kg. So mass m is given as 200 kg. It moving at 36 km per hour. Okay, so its initial velocity u equal to 36 km per hour. 36 km per hour is brought to rest after it covered a distance of 100 meter. Okay, after covering a distance of 10 meter, that car brought to rest. So its final velocity v equal to what? 0. Then what is the distance traveled? S, that is equal to 10 meter. We have to find the retarding force acting on the car. We have to find the force. Okay, here the force is called actually the retarding force because its velocity is going on decreasing. So the negative acceleration, retardation arises. So it is, this force is called what? Retarding force. Okay. So here a car of mass 200 kg. So mass m is given as 200 kg and its initial velocity is actually 36 km per hour. Okay, all of you know how we can convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. How we can convert 36 into actually 5 by 18. Okay, multiplying by 5 by 18. To convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, we have to multiply by 5 by 18. So 36 into 5 by 80. Actually it gives what? 10 meter per second. Okay, that is the initial velocity. 10 meter per second is the actually the initial velocity. Okay. So here we have to find the force. All of you know the equation for force. What is the equation for force? F equal to ma. F equal to ma. But mass is given, but the acceleration is not given. Okay. By knowing the acceleration only, we can calculate what force. Then from this given terms or given clues, we can calculate what? Acceleration. Okay, we can calculate acceleration. Okay, then how we can calculate acceleration? By considering the equation b square minus u square equal to 2as. Okay, b square minus u square equal to 2as. Why don't we take the first relation b equal to u plus at? Why? In that actually time t is not given. So we cannot take that relation. Or also s equal to ut plus half at square. In that equation also a is there. But time is not given. Okay, so we cannot take these two equations. So we are considering this relation b square minus u square equal to 2as for calculating what? Acceleration a. Then we can substitute. Final velocity is 0. So 0 minus u square or 10 square, that is equal to 2 into a. Then s is actually 10. Okay, so we got minus 10 square is equal to 20a. From this acceleration a can be written as 100 divided by 20. Okay, minus 10 square is actually 100. 100 divided by 20. Actually it is minus 5 meter per second square. Okay, here we got a negative sign, minus 5 meter per second square, because the velocity is decreasing. So the motion of the car gets retarded. Okay, so here we have to calculate the retarding force F. So F is equal to what? M, that is 200 then acceleration is minus 5. So multiplying this we will get minus 1000 Newton. That is the retarding force. Okay, minus 1000 Newton is the retarding force. All of you got it? And here a car of mass 200 kg. So mass is given as 200 kg. Is moving at a 36 km per hour. So its initial velocity u equal to 36 km per hour. Here we have to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. For that we have to multiply by 5 by 18. So 36 into 5 by 18, that will give 10 meter per second. Then after covering a distance of 10 meter, the car brought to rest. So its final velocity v equal to 0 and s equal to 10 meter. Next we have to find the retarding force. So all of you know the equation for force, F equal to ma. But in the question acceleration is not given. So first we have to calculate what? Acceleration. For that we are considered this relation, v square minus u square equal to 2as. Then final velocity is 0. So 0 minus u square is actually 10 square, that is equal to 2 into a into s is actually 10. So here minus 10 square equal to 2 into 10, that is 20a. From this acceleration a is equal to minus 100, that is 10 square is actually 100. So minus 100 divided by 20, actually it will give minus 5 meter per second square. Next the retarding force F equal to m into a. So the mass is 200 into acceleration is minus 5. Multiplying this we will get minus 1000 Newton, that is the retarding force. Okay. Here the force is actually retarding force, that is why we got a minus sign here. So the retarding force F equal to minus 1000 Newton. Next the fourth question is, iron of mass 60 kg is running on a road. He accelerates himself uniformly from 5 meter per second to 8 meter per second in 6 seconds. Calculate his initial momentum, then final momentum, then force applied to accelerate himself. Okay. And here iron of mass 60 kg. So the mass of iron is given as m equal to 60 kg. Okay. And he is running on a road and he accelerates himself uniformly from 5 meter per second to 8 meter per second. So the initial velocity u is actually 5 meter per second and the final velocity v is equal to 8 meter per second in 6 seconds. So the time t is actually 6 seconds. Okay, then what are the things we have to calculate? Initial momentum, then final momentum, then force applied it to get acceleration. Okay, so we can calculate the initial momentum. What is initial momentum? Initial momentum. Okay, what is equation for momentum? P is equal to mass into velocity. I think momentum P is equal to mass into velocity. Then what is initial momentum? Mass into initial velocity. Okay, mass into initial velocity, that is m into u. Okay, so mass is given as 60, then acceleration, the initial velocity u is given as 5. Okay, so 60 into 5, that is actually 300 kilogram meter per second. That is the initial momentum. Okay, 300 kilogram meter per second. Next we have to calculate what the final momentum. Okay, the equation for final momentum. What is final momentum? Mass into final velocity, that is m into v. Mass into final velocity, that is m into v. So mass is same 60 kg into velocity. Final velocity is 8. Okay, that will give actually 480 kilogram meter per second. 480 kilogram meter per second. Okay, then we have to calculate the force. Okay, we have to calculate force. All of you know Newton's second law. What is force actually? Force is the rate of change of momentum. Okay, by Newton's second law, we can write force as the rate of change of momentum. That is, rate of change of momentum means change in momentum. Change in momentum divided by time. Okay, the force is equal to change in momentum divided by time. You know the change in momentum means final momentum minus initial momentum. Change in momentum means final momentum minus initial momentum. So 480, that is the final momentum. Then initial momentum, that is 300 divided by time is actually 6 seconds. Okay, so 480 minus 300 divided by 6, that is equal to, here 480 minus 300, actually it is 180 divided by 6, that is 30 Newton. This is the force. Okay, 30 Newton, that is the force. Okay, here iron of mass 60 kg. So mass of iron is given as 60 kg. He is running on a road and he accelerates himself uniformly from 5 meter per second. So the initial velocity u equal to 5 meter per second to a final velocity 8 meter per second in a time t equal to 6 seconds. First thing we have to find is the initial momentum. Initial momentum is mass into initial velocity. So mass 60 into initial velocity is 5, that is 300 kilogram meter per second. The next we have to find the final momentum, that is mass into final velocity. So 60 into 8, that is 480 kilogram meter per second. Next we have to find the force. Okay, by using Newton's second law, we can write the force as the rate of change of momentum. Then what is mean by rate of change of momentum? Change in momentum by time. Change in momentum by time. So we can write force as change in momentum by time. Change in momentum actually means final momentum minus initial momentum. So 480 minus 300 divided by 6, that will give the 30 Newton. That is the force. F is equal to 30 Newton. Next, the fifth question is, a bullet of mass 20 gram is fired horizontally with a velocity of 150 meter per second from a pistol of mass 2 kg. What is the recoil velocity of pistol? Okay, we have to find the recoil velocity of pistol. Listen it. Here, a bullet of mass 20 gram. The mass of bullet, that is represented by small r. Actually, it is 20 gram. Okay, the mass of the bullet is 20 gram. Actually, here the mass is given in gram. That means we have to convert it into kilogram. Then how we can convert gram into kilogram? Dividing by 1000. Okay, so we got 0.02 kilogram. Okay, 0.02 kg. And that bullet that moves horizontally with a velocity of 150 meter per second. Okay, the velocity of the bullet, that is taken as small v, that is equal to 150 meter per second from a pistol of mass 2 kg. Okay, here the mass of the pistol, that is represented by capital M, that is actually 2 kg. Okay, then we have to find the recoil velocity of pistol. We have to find the recoil velocity, that is represented by capital V. I think we have to find it. Okay, right. All of you know about the recoil velocity. What is the recoil velocity actually? The when we fire a bullet from a gun actually or a pistol, what will happen? The bullet moves forward, at the same time the pistol or the gun that moves backward with a velocity. Okay, and that velocity is actually called the recoil velocity. That velocity is called what? Recoil velocity. That thing we have to find. Okay, and here the recoil velocity can be found out by applying the law of conservation of momentum. Okay, last class we have studied about the law of conservation of momentum, isn't it? And by here we have to apply the law of conservation of momentum. That is, here the momentum, okay, total momentum before firing, that is equal to total momentum, that is equal to total momentum after firing. Okay, by law of conservation of momentum, total momentum before firing is equal to total momentum after firing. Okay, but you know, before firing, both the bullet and pistol are at rest. That thing you know. Before firing, both the bullet and the pistol are at rest. Then what about its momentum? What is the momentum of bullet? Actually, it is m into u actually, initial velocity u. But initially that bullet is at rest. So what about its momentum? 0. Okay, its momentum is actually 0. Then what about the pistol? It is also at rest before firing. So its momentum is also 0. So total momentum before firing is actually what? 0. Okay, total momentum before firing is equal to what? 0. And that is equal to total momentum after firing. Total momentum after firing. Then after firing, the bullet moves with a velocity of 150 meter per second. Okay, so we can write it. First we can write the equation. Its mass is m and velocity is v. So its momentum is m into v. This is the momentum of bullet after firing. Plus, then what about the pistol? Its mass is capital M and the velocity is capital V. So its momentum is m into v. So here this is the momentum of bullet after firing and this is the momentum of pistol after firing. The total momentum after firing is mv plus mv. Okay, it is equal to what? 0. Then we can substitute for m, that is 0.02 into what is its velocity? 150 plus m, that is 2 kg, into v, that thing we have to find it. That is equal to what? 0. Okay, that is equal to 0. Then 0.2 into 150, actually it is 3 plus 2v, that is equal to 0. Okay, then 2v is equal to minus 3 and from this v equal to minus 3 by 2. Actually it is minus 1.5 meter per second. This is actually the recoil velocity of the pistol. V is equal to minus 1.5 meter per second. Okay, then here what is the significance of this negative sign here? Here the recoil velocity is opposite to that of the velocity of the bullet. Okay, that is the significance of negative sign here. Both are in opposite direction. So we got the relative velocity V as minus 1.5 meter per second. Okay, have you got it? And here a bullet of mass 20 gram. So mass of the bullet is represented by small m, that is equal to 20 gram. That is equivalent to actually 0.02 kilogram. And it is fired with horizontally with a velocity. So the velocity of the bullet is 150 meter per second. From a pistol of mass 2 kg. So the mass of pistol is 2 kg. Here we have to find the recoil velocity of the pistol. Okay, here we are considering the law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of momentum. According to this law, the total momentum before firing is equal to total momentum after firing. But you know, before firing, both the bullet and the gun are at rest or pistol are at rest. So its total momentum equal to 0. So 0 is equal to total momentum after firing. So actually this is the momentum of the bullet after firing, m into v. Then momentum of the pistol after firing is capital M into capital V. So the total momentum is mv plus mv. Then we can substitute. For small m it is 0.02 into small v is actually 150. Then plus capital M is actually 2 kg. This v, that represents the recoil velocity, that thing we have to find. Then 0.02 into 150, that is 3. Here 3 plus 2v equal to 0. Then 2v equal to minus 3 or v equal to minus 3 by 2. So we got negative 1.5 meter per second. That is the recoil velocity of the pistol. Okay. Next, the sixth question is, two bodies of masses 40 kg and 60 kg are moving in opposite direction towards each other with velocities 40 meter per second and 30 meter per second respectively. They collide and move in opposite direction. If the velocity of the first body after collision is 25 meter per second, then what will be the velocity of the second body? Okay, here two bodies of masses 40 kg and 60 kg. So the mass of first body, that is taken as m1 is equal to 40 kg and m2 is equal to 60 kg. Okay, are moving in opposite direction like this. This one moving in this direction and this body moves in the opposite direction. Okay, towards each other. Okay, with velocities. Okay, that is the mass of the first body 40 kg and its velocity, that is u1, that is equal to 40 meter per second. Okay, the mass of the first body is actually 40 meter per second and the mass of the velocity of the second body is actually u2 is equal to 30 meter per second. Okay, here we have two bodies having masses 40 kg and 60 kg. So its mass is represented as m1, that is equal to 40 kg. The mass of second body, that is represented by m2, that is 60 kg. Then the velocity of the first body, that is u1 equal to 40 meter per second. Then the velocity of the second body u2 equal to 30 meter per second. Okay, and these two are not in the same direction. The velocities are not in the same direction. The velocity of the first body is actually like this, in this direction, but the velocity of the second body is in opposite direction. So we are putting a negative sign. Okay, because both are traveling in opposite direction. Okay, both are traveling in the opposite directions. Then they collide. Since these two bodies are moved towards each other, then after collision they undergo, after some time that undergo collision. Okay, that is these two bodies collide each other and move in opposite direction. That is after collision both the bodies moves in the opposite direction. And here if the velocity of the first body after collision is given as, that is v1 is given as 25 meter per second, then we have to find the velocity of the second body after collision. So we have to find v2. Okay, here we have to find v2. So we have to find what? v2. Okay, here also the two, after collision the two bodies moves in opposite direction. So here we have to put a negative sign. Okay, because these two are moves in opposite directions. Then here also we have to apply the law of conservation of momentum. We have to apply the law of conservation of momentum. That is total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum of two bodies after collision. Okay, total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. That is the law of conservation of momentum. Okay, then mathematically we can represent it as m1u1 plus m2u2, that is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. I think you have already learned this equation. Okay, m1u1 plus m2u2, that is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. Then we can substitute for m1 as 40, then u1 is actually 40 plus m2 60, then what is u2 minus 30, that is equal to m1v1, that is 40 into what? Minus 25. Minus 25 plus m2. m2 is actually 60 into v2. Okay, and here by simplifying this 40 into 40, actually it is 1600 minus 1800. That is equal to minus 1000, then plus 60 v2. Okay, and here it is minus 200, that is equal to minus 1000 plus 60 v2. Okay, and here 800. 800 is equal to 60 V2, and from this V2 is equal to 800 divided by 60, that is equal to 13.33 meter per second. Okay, that is the velocity of the second body after collision. V2 is equal to 13.33 meter per second. Okay, and here two bodies of masses 40 kg. So M1 is actually 40 kg and 60 kg. The mass of second body, that is M2 equal to 60 kg. These two are moves each other. Okay, these two bodies are moving in opposite direction towards each other. Okay, with velocities u1 is 40 meter per second and u2 is 30 meter per second, because these two are moving in opposite direction. Okay, so we are putting a negative sign, minus 30 meter per second. Then they collide. Okay, when they move each other, what will happen? They will collide. Then after collision, they moves in the opposite direction. Okay, after collision, this move like this and this body moves like this. That is, after collision, that moves in the opposite direction. Then after collision, the velocity of the first body, that is given as 25. And we have to find the velocity of the second body. V2 we have to find. After collision also, these two are moving in opposite direction. So here we are putting a negative sign. Okay, velocity as minus 25 meter per second. Okay, here we have to find the velocity of the second body after collision. V2 we have to find. Then how we can find? By applying the law of conservation of momentum. That is, total momentum of two bodies before collision is equal to the total momentum of two bodies after collision. Mathematically, this thing can be represented as M1U1 plus M2U2 is equal to M1V1 plus M2 V2. Then substitute for M1, that is 40, then U1 as 40 plus M2 as 60, then U2 as minus 30. That is equal to M1 is again 40, then V1 as minus 25 plus 60. That is M2 is 60 into V2. Then by simplifying this, we will get the velocity of the second body after collision is V2 is equal to 13.33 meter per second. Okay children, that is the end of today's class. You have any doubt, then ask to me. Okay. Thank you children.